Babe, I saw Karan.
Under condition, we on our way to the top. We got the world at our fingers. We make the penny drop. Gotta get in and get out of the gate. I won't stop till I wake. I say it loud till I mean it. Talk like I be the Messiah. And I'm on top. I'm on top. I'm on top of the world. See me run. See me out. See me run with the girls. I'm on top. I'm on top. I'm on top of the world. Need a break. Then I'll take to the top of the world. Euphoria, mystery like a new treasure. We go so good together. Search on my life to find better. But I won't hold my breath. I just fill up and deliver. They got attention to visit. Wait for the Lord to visit. All my life turned to dust. No one knew who to trust. Had a chance for goodbye. See me on telly, see me on billboards and banners. See me like picket fences. Now watch me build 'em up. Love me like I love you. Love me like I. Love me like.
Save the stories for someone again.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second round of the Formula E Championship here at Rome. And as the drivers will head out of the pit lane to do a lap to the grid. Now, they've got to be careful, haven't they? Because they've got to save as much energy as possible. They can't be wasting it all on the way to the out lap, can they?
And of course, the tires you can't like waste them on this outlap, of course.
Yeah.
So because it will affect a lot of your race strategy, maybe. And
Mhm.
I don't know. Maybe now I'm thinking about the energy. I think that about the energy, this race is more like some drivers are going to like straight away go full nuts, and on the end there are going to be like some drivers that were saving on the first laps,
Yeah.
and they are going to full send it on the last laps for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna see a lot of drivers full pelt at the beginning, and some being quite conservative to begin with. And I think it
Mhm.
depends on the driver, because some get frustrated if they're going behind, even though they're on target, whereas others in front aren't. And it's a very varied sort of the strategies are going to be very varied between every
Mhm.
single driver.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a very fun race, bro.
Oh yeah, same. I mean,
For
the
sure.
attack mode as well. I think attack mode can be used, can't it?
Yeah, I think it's going to be two times.
Two times.
On this. Yeah, I think it's.
Yeah,
I'm
and they both
reading on my
have to be
papers.
used. Was it? They both have to be used by the end of the race, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
um, that's going to be quite interesting. See what the driver's going to be doing. Um, and yeah, so two drivers up front have been very like pushing it, like a lot more than the others. I think it's Dino and who's that just behind him? Can't really see.
Uh,
Can you see?
let's see. I can see. Okay,
It's
let me
just
try.
stopped on the left.
Yeah.
Is it
It's
destructively? No, it isn't. Okay, well, him and Dino have
it's dry. It's dry. Dry judge.
right, dry.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
they pushed quite a lot on that outlap, whereas everyone else got hung behind. But I'm
Oh,
not sure if energy, because Dino currently has 100% energy, so they didn't really do much. But
so I'm reading on my paper here, like
yep.
the qualify about the attack mode that we were
Hmm.
talking earlier on. I think, yeah, first attack mode should be taken between lap 3 and 9, and the second attack mode should be taken on from lap 16 to 22.
Yeah. Okay,
So
so
it's
there's
gonna
like
be.
time frames they have to take it in then, so they
Mhm.
can't hold back for the last like 10 laps and just hammer out all the attack modes. They all have to take it around a similar time. So that'd be quite
Yeah,
interesting then.
yeah, because if they don't do in those laps, they will receive. I think. Let me read here. Let me try. I think they will receive a penalty.
Hmm.
No, or something. Let me. About the additional attack modes, or yeah, no additional attack modes may be taken inside or outside either of the window. Failure to successfully activate attack modes in either
Hmm.
window results in automatic disqualification.
Okay,
So it's not a penalty; it's a disqualification. Yeah.
right. Okay. So no warnings, just straight up disqualification.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean,
I
fair enough,
think
because you'll be taking a third extra speed boost, and that what was it, 2 minutes, 4 minutes?
I
So
think yeah, it's I think true. Yeah, it's what you say. Yeah.
yeah, okay. So yeah. All right. Well, I think we've got Rattier K just going around to because he turned up a bit late, so he's going to be just heading around the track. And it's going to take him a little bit of a while because I'm sure he's going to be saving as much energy as he physically can. But
As
as
long,
seems like Dino just gets out of the car for a bit.
I don't
So
know
what?
why.
So let's run through the grid then, shall we? So we've got
Mhm.
Dino on pole, Destructively in second. Now, Destructively, I'm not exactly sure where he qualified last race. Was he even in the last race? I don't think he was he?
I don't know. I can check here if you want to.
Yeah. We
me
need the info.
Okay.
I'm sure I know one of the Ridgerans did race last race.
mm,
I think it was a different driver.
Let me. I'm trying to find it.
Yeah.
So last race,
Yeah.
it was it was Dino in quali. I think Dino was P1.
Yeah. Okay, so he's quite
and
familiar with pole then, Dino,
Mhm.
I guess.
He is.
Okay.
He is. He was. He won the race. I think. Yeah. He won the race, and the
Mhm.
GP West was in second, and followed by Ben in third.
Okay. So Destructively didn't race last race then. So this is debut then, it seems to be. And P2, that's pretty decent for him. We've got Snipers as well in third. Again, I haven't seen much of him either. So to get third is pretty good, to be fair. But well, as we're cut short running through the grid, as everyone seems to be ready to start the Rome E3. They're all carefully awaiting the lights to go on. Engines are revving. 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's away we go here in Rome. It seems to be a very tentative start from Dino there, as Destructively seems to just about edge out, but no, Dino does get just about ahead in coming into turn 3. As Dino and Destructively seem to have got a decent gap, or is that just vision lag? That might just be vision lag. But ERT Snipers seems to have been jumped as well by, who is that? That's one of the drivers. I can't tell who that is at this point. No, it's GP Beast. Seems to be jumped by them as they all slowly edge into this corner. Oh, someone hits the barrier there. Oh, they all hit the barrier. There's about 4 or 5 of them hitting that barrier. I'm not sure.
3.
We saw that. We did see that in qualifying. Them hitting that barrier. As they all come around this snaky 90-degree section. As ERT Snipers as well seems to be challenging for the lead with Dino. Or is that a different driver? That could be a different driver, actually. They're both very similar cars, but ERT Snipers is challenging for the lead now. So they now head round into turn 15, where the attack mode will lay, but none of them are allowed to take it, I don't think. As Destructively as well seems to have got off to a pretty poor start, considering where he was. Oh, who's that? Who's gone straight on? Someone's gone straight on.
Oh.
That's Dino's teammate. I'm not seeing any names pop up, so it's quite hard to tell.
It was loose spot.
Luchbot. So he has gone off. Unlucky for him, as they now head down into turn. I'm not sure what turn this is.
Turn 3.
That's the one. As they head down then on the second lap. And yeah, so everything seems to have calmed down a little bit. But Destructively also seems to be making his way back up, as the GP Beast as well is just up behind Snipers, as Snipers is now leading. So yeah, that was a very hectic first couple of laps, as we did see some drivers go off at the same place we saw them go off in qualifying.
This is very interesting for the championship, as the 2 Aspired cars are sitting in 2nd and 6th, although their team is finished Dirio with the 1-2. It's interesting to see Techeetah now leading.
Yeah, really interesting. I mean, I don't think he raced last race, did he, Snipers? So it's pretty interesting to see him that far up and ahead of the pole sitter as well. So either that, or he could just be pushing a lot on these first couple of laps, because if we look at Dino's energy compared to Snipers, Dino's got 3% more energy.
And that's going to be critical as they head towards the attack mode section, as attack mode does open this lap.
Okay, so attack mode is now open. So I wonder who's going to be the first one to take that. It's a very... Oh, hello. car will go up on its side. I'm not sure. That's turn 3 again. Someone has taken too much of the curb, which of course is not something you want to do in Formula E with how high them curbs on the inside are.
And it looks like Dino, a monkey, is making a push for the lead now.
Yeah, it seems to be. It's a 3-way battle for the lead.
I think that's also Destructively in his home race. He's also battling.
Yeah, a bit of contact, I believe, as well. GPB's hitting the barrier on the outside, which won't really help him in the battle, but of course with vision lag, it's extremely hard to tell what's going on, as he does scrape the barrier a little bit. So
we see the leading pack starting to pull away now from the drivers behind, the top 4, creating quite a big gap now.
yeah, as the top 4 do head up to turn 15, which is exactly where Attack Mode will lay. Any of them going to go for it? No, they're going to hang back. Is anyone else going to go for it? Behind? Looks like someone's setting themselves up for it, but no. Can't seem to see anyone who has taken it. Of course, that Attack Mode will give an extra boost, which can be used, but they will have to be pushing as hard as possible while using it, of course, as to not lose a lot of time.
And that's going to make it interesting for saving battery, as you do want to push and take full advantage of that extra power, but you also don't want to push too much and burn up all your battery.
Yeah. As Destructively does lead, so we are just on board with him now. But how long will that last? Because he's only leading by, that seems to be it's 100th, I think? Yeah, 100. So not by much at all. Very, very, very slim.
Yeah, very
For
slim.
Yeah, they're battling very hard then.
Yeah, the RT Snipers, as he heads into crap corners, I like to call it, because of that crap bump.
Yes.
Into the corner. Throws you off quite a bit.
Yeah, it's like a rally course, isn't it? They're just get sent in the air. Get some good shots there, but I think Dino, he's sat at the back watching this, and he's thinking, these guys are wasting all of their energy while I'm just sat here with 4% extra. Because he has the most energy by a lot, to be honest, compared to these guys. So he seems to know what he's doing, and he is keeping up with them. So he's not, he's still saving the energy while keeping up with these other guys who are maybe using it a bit more than they should.
And that's critical. As we see now, the GPB seems to be getting in some of this battling now. He's going to be in the tone. That's going to make it that much easier for him to save behind these leaders, which is going to be critical as we head towards the attack mode stages.
Yeah, and they all will have to take it on this first little stint here as well. So there's no saving the attack modes. You have to use them. So whoever's the first one to strike, they either have an advantage or a disadvantage, because if they get it and then someone gets it a lap after, they'll have it for a lot longer, and if they are still with them, it can be a lot more crucial.
Going to be a little bit of a game of chicken. See who wants to take it first.
Yeah, it's very, very tactical at this moment in the race, because they're not going to be pushing, but they're not going to be saving too much either, because they're going to be waiting tentatively. If someone does take, I think that's the first person that takes attack mode as well. I'm just looking at the leaderboard. I'm not sure who that is. I think Kui, I think that is. Someone in 7th.
Yeah.
Have taken attack mode. Oh my god, there's a Destructively in snipers hit the barrier at the chicane. So they did lose a lot of time there. Is anyone taking attack mode? No. So they're all holding off. I think they're waiting. They're all waiting for the first person to go for it, and then I have a feeling the rest will follow shortly after.
Yeah, as we see Dino Monkey starting to build up a little bit of a gap. 9/10 the previous lap. Now as he crosses the timing line, only 8/10. So maybe ERT Snipers isn't trying to let him go too far. As if you have a gap taking that attack mode, you can minimize your losses as you go offline and take it, and then strictly focus on the power boost.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I mean, the thing is, what we have to really look out for, though, is Dino has what? He's got like 9. He's lost like compared to Dino. Dino's got 9% more energy compared to him. So it's
Who has
something
the
that
most battery right now? What's the percent?
Dino I think has the most.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Ratia K. Ratia K has the most, 93.
Oh wow.
But he is very. I think has he stopped? Right? Has he stopped driving or is he still going? I think he's still going, isn't he? Yeah, he's still going. But he is in 13th. So at the front, the person with the most is Dino. So
Okay. Yeah.
I think that's destructively as well. Just he does it again on. He makes contact with that that chicane. The same chicane. Oh, we seem to see 2 drivers taking attack mode then. That's
Was that
who's that?
destructively Dino?
Yeah, no, it's Snipers and Dino
Ooh.
are the 2 that take attack mode.
Now this is going to be interesting. They're going to be pushing the pace of this pack, so we're going to see the battery values go down a lot. Not just by those with attack mode, but with those without, as they try to keep up and not lose too much time.
Yeah, but I think the thing is, if you don't have attack mode, you can easily get caught out and try keeping up with the person with attack mode, but it's only going to lose you more energy, and that's something you do not want to do. As Dino, I'm not sure, he seems to be going offline a bit there. I think he wants to get out of the way of all the vision lag before slotting back in and then braking.
Yeah,
Seems
maybe
to be a
even.
little bit of They're gone.
Yeah, no, yeah. I was just saying maybe he's trying to break the toe a little bit, but obviously doing that too much is weaving, and that is a warning from the stewards.
Yeah. Don't want to be doing it too often, but seems to be making good use of the attack mode at the moment, as he is in the main pack. Of course, he is struggling to get by because of all this vision lag. Is going to be very hard to see. Is that Ratia K as well? They're about to lap.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, it's not going his way, has it? This weekend. I mean, he got in the top 5 in qualifying, but I'm not sure what happens at the start. He's just suffering a lot at the moment, but it's very unfortunate for him.
Yeah, very. Truthfully, I mean, struggled a bit at Diria in the first round. You know, he did once again qualied very, very well, but in the race it just seems to fall apart for him. So probably going to be a point of notice as the season goes on.
Yeah, I think all he needs is like one race of, just to bring his confidence back in. If he gets a good result in any one race, it'll get his confidence right back because he has the pace. He 100% has it, but I think he is just struggling a bit. As Dino leads, unsurprisingly, with that attack mode, with Snipers behind. Again, both drivers in first and second have attack mode.
And I wonder what happened to that other Aspired car who was in the leading pack. I think that's Dino who's fallen off.
Dino, yeah, he's fallen off a lot. I think he's taken attack mode as well, but he has fallen off because he was leading at one point. So either he made a mistake that we didn't see, or I don't know. He's done something.
Yeah, something's happened, as well as I think that's either Destructively ahead of him, who's also seemingly fallen off the pack. So a few drivers starting to see maybe a little bit of attrition setting in, as now they're starting to fall off the pack. Now we see the leading pack is dropped to 3 drivers.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what though, I'm quite surprised Destructively didn't follow the others and take an attack mode, because I think they're just going to keep pulling away. And I mean, yes, he's got 2 more attack modes, but you still have to take that in the specific slot, because it's not like real Formula E where you can like just keep it for the last like 10 minutes and take it. You have to take it within a specific slot. Well, from what I've been told anyway.
Yeah, and naturally this would contribute to a better strategy rather than the drivers holding on to it at the end of the race, taking 2 right at the end. We get excitement all throughout the race,
Yeah, exactly. As I just saw a car take attack mode then. I'm not sure. I did just see someone take attack mode. Who was that? Who was that? Hang on a second. Oh, it's GP Beast. He took attack mode. He took attack mode. So he's taking attack mode now. So he's probably realised the other 2 have really pulled away substantially, and he wants to try and catch back up.
Yeah, and we see now that it seems those who took attack mode late have really started to fall off. I'm not sure whether it's a mistake in taking attack mode, but being out of this pack and choosing to take it later has seemed to cost them a lot of time compared to those who took it early.
Yeah, they're really going to have to push now with this attack mode, because if they don't, then they are just going to lose precious time. because they can still catch back up, but again, it's a case of being consistent with your lap times, and just because of the extra power, your braking points are going to change significantly. So it's something that you really are going to have to pay attention to and, you know, get used to in the coming laps. It's destructively has to be taking attack mode this lap though, because it is closing. So he either takes it now or risks either getting disqualification or a penalty.
Yeah, if we can look on board with Destructively, we see he's seemingly struggling a lot in the dirty air in wake of the two Aspired cars who are with them. Maybe a little bit of a game that the Aspire team will be trying to play to kind of throw him off his paces as he has to take his attack with this lap.
Yeah, because he really sort of struggles with the other guy as he takes attack mode. But
there he goes.
It's that same chicane every single lap. He seems to just struggle trying to get around it, and I'm not sure if that's a case of dirty air or just trying to get used to the car, but he is just struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
But
We
as
see
he has
just
it,
how much.
yeah, go on.
Yeah, we see just how much time they lose taking that. As Destructively comes out of the final corner with a lot of spin on the rear. Maybe he's starting to face some tires as he also runs deep into turn 3.
Yeah, I was just running on board with him just then. He twitched just before going into that corner because I think the sudden left-right flick just puts him off a little bit sometimes, and I think trying to get back onto that line gets the rear very, very unstable. But there's a bit of still a small little battle going on then between Dino and Snipers. Dino hasn't fully got away yet, but the two have run out of attack mode now.
Yeah, so this is their first attack mode that they've used, and now they're probably going to be trying to get the battery back into the range that they wanted to, saving a little bit here. So maybe the pack behind will be able to close in as their attack modes are still active.
Yeah, as the other 3 cars behind of Dino, the GP Beast, and Destructively are going to be pushing as hard as possible to catch up, but they are making a lot more mistakes I've been paying attention to. But there's a car off. Who's that? Am I going? Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, he's just struggling, isn't he? But yeah, I've noticed that the cars with attack mode, they're pushing, but are they pushing too hard? Because they seem to be making a lot more mistakes.
Yeah.
Maybe
a little bit of non-acclimatization to the different power boost. You know, going into those corners, the car will be reacting quite a bit more, as obviously they will have more power at the disposal.
Yeah, exactly. But Snipers seems to be just edging away slightly from Dino. He's created a neat little gap there. So, and they're very similar on energy as well. So it's not as though Snipers has burned it all. I mean, Dino's 4% up, but it's not as though he was 9 up like on the first couple of laps. So that's just something probably needs to be looked at every lap, just to see the gaps between the two of them, because this can evolve into a pretty tasty battle, I think.
Yeah, and I'm honestly surprised that it's been a battle between ERT Snipers and Dino. I mean, I always saw Dino being very strong this weekend, naturally, and been pretty dominant throughout all his leagues that he's competed in. But I expected to see more of Dino Monkey.
Sorry, no, I just saw Snipers. He just made contact with the inside barrier on the chicane. Sorry to butt in there, but he made contact with the inside chicane, and he lost a lot of time from that. A lot of time. Now Dino seems to be leading. But yeah, sorry. As you were saying.
No, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I was just about to say that ERT Snipers is a big surprise for me this weekend, in more ways than one, I guess, as he made that clinical mistake into that corner. But I expected to see a bit more dominance from Dino Monkey rather than ERT Snipers or the other D1 only Jacob. But it'll be interesting to see how this develops, as Dino Monkey seems to be pulling in the leaders now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to get very interesting, I think. He is, isn't he? Bloody hell. He's come out of nowhere. So he is now between Snipers and Dino. Or D1, I don't know, because they're 2 Dinos, so the one in the top 3. Oh no, they're both in the top 3, never mind. There's 2 Dinos and a Snipers. Just we'll put it that way.
Yeah. Or maybe
they're both there and they're all having a battle. So
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
There we go. Yeah, interesting for him to have made up that 1 second or 1 second and 4 tenths now as he's battling ERT snipers with a lot of time is D1 only Jacob is going slowly behind him.
Yeah, I've noticed that he has dropped off a lot, hasn't he? He's very far back, but could
Interesting.
be saving energy, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that's gonna go for him.
Maybe he's just prepping himself for that attack mode that he does need to take soon enough in the coming laps. But you don't want to, save too much and then give away,
Mm.
obviously time.
Yeah, exactly. And another driver as well that we haven't seen much of, and of course I think he has retired actually out of this race, is Luchbot. He was
Yeah.
he was at the front, I'm pretty sure, at one point. At the start, he gained loads and loads of time, but then I think he made that mistake on lap 1, and he just ruined it for himself, unfortunately. But we've seen a very different Luchbot, I think, this weekend.
Yeah.
Because in RRA, he's someone to be contended against. I've just had to plug that league in there because it's one he is very competitive in. But here he seems to struggle, and again, it's not a testament to his skill because definitely he's got lots of it, but it's just surprising to see him struggling a bit.
Yeah, it's truthfully probably one of the more disappointing drivers so far. But another one of them I hate to name pick, but Destructively, who's truly shown quite a bit of pace throughout all his leagues that he's been in, at least decently. He's been extremely struggling just with consistency overall. Especially in his home race where
yeah, I just saw that there was who was that? Was that
Dino Monkey?
Yes. Oh dear, what's happened there? Is he disconnected or?
I think he's disconnected. I think that's rage quit.
I'm not. I'm sure. I like to think it's a disconnect because he was doing really well. So I'm not sure he rage quit from that. But
oh man, that's gonna change the tides quite a bit here.
Yeah.
Especially in the championship, as he was leading after his win in Diriyah. Now he's gonna be susceptible to the GP.
He's gonna be on the back foot now.
Yeah, quite considerably. As his teammate is probably going to be looking to finish.
Yep. Oh, Destructively makes a mistake. Destructively makes a mistake just before the timing line.
Oh.
As the GP beast gets by.
The attrition is definitely setting in now for our drivers. We saw this in Diriyah last week. Once we got to the mid, just past the first attack mode, the drivers were making critical mistakes. Now it seems we're seeing a bit of the same. It's going to be interesting to see who simply can just keep it together and make it to the finish.
Yeah. He makes another mistake. Destructive he makes another mistake. That's as well at just after the start-finish line. Turn 4, I think that is. Oh, it's just... He seems to be struggling a lot more. I'm not sure why. I mean... so unlucky for him. So unlucky.
Yeah, and the drivers behind the main leading pack, as we see a massive battle between From Random to Dry Judge in the midfield. Yeah. Destructively may be susceptible to that battling group. Is quite a bit of battling going on there.
Oh yeah, there's loads at the moment. I think as well, we haven't really been paying attention to the guys further towards the back. I mean, from what, fifth to 8th. That's a bit of a train for me, yeah. I mean, we got Random pulling away a little bit, but the others behind, they seem to be in a bit of a heated battle.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I mean, again, at the front it is Dino and Snipers. They've back to them two now, first and second, but yeah. As they know. Yeah, no, sorry. Interesting. Go on. You said you needed to say. No, what I was going to say was going to be shocking. Trust me, it was just going to be rambling. You say what you need to say.
I was just going to mention as we get to the midway point of this race, it's actually going to be interesting to see how drivers are dealing with tires. I know towards the end in Diriyah, where there's a lot of S sections, they were struggling with the rears especially. So here probably the front understeer is going to be critical.
Yeah, 100%. Because all them 90-degree corners as well are definitely going to be putting a strain on the tires.
Oh.
But we will see what happens.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
As ERT Snipers still holds out a fairly decent lead compared to Dino. I'm pleasantly surprised, to be honest, that we've got a bit of a battle up front. Really
Yeah.
pleasantly surprised. You know, something to commentate over.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dino and Snipers are, you know, they're going for it out front. It's going to be a battle of wit now, I think, though, as it comes to the closing stages of the race, because these two are definitely going to be trying to save as much energy as possible towards the end, which again will be quite interesting to see. But I think they are coming up. Are they coming up towards some lapped cars as well now? No, they're not. Never mind. That was a complete misjudgment from me. But it's because the timings seem as though they were quite far behind. But no, I don't know. Didn't notice that one. But Snipers and Dino, again, still out front. But I want to have a look at this battle. I thought there's a car off. Who is that? Who is that? That is
the SV cars.
Hugo.
So plays.
As he has fortunately gone off. As attack mode now opens. So again, going back to the battle of wit, Dino and Snipers, they're going to be, it's fair to say, a little bit it's going to be a battle of psychological
warfare.
Driving, warfare. That's the word. They're going to be, they're going to be going at it, I think, and they're going to be thinking, "What should I do? How do I get past sneakily without having to get in the crosshairs of vision lag?" But we will see what happens between the two of them. As no, they are coming up towards lapped cars. They were okay.
Oh, ERT takes attack mode.
He goes for it early. He really goes for it early. He's confident enough that he's got the pace in the car to maybe muscle his way past Dino. But the issue is that because vision lag in street circuits are very hard. It's very hard to nail between, you know, the line between focusing on where you're braking and how close to the wall you're getting to, and being able to see. So it's very tough, I think, racing on street circuits and road racing, because it's a lot. Because like if you run wide or like make a slight mistake, you're going into a barrier. It's not as easy as run off onto some grass that's got the same friction as the tarmac. It's very what's the word I'm looking for? Not dangerous. Just accident. Just they'll hit a wall if they run wide. It's a lot more. It's a lot more dangerous.
Yeah.
I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. Going back to the attack mode that ERT took so much earlier. Usually around Diria, it was the overcut that seemed to work. So you kind of want to hold out, take it late, take it on the lap of your rival. But here it seems the undercut has actually been the way. As you take it earlier,
isn't it?
Yeah, and you push away.
And Snipers comes up to lap these guys. Are they going to get out of the way, or?
Yeah, makes it quite easy on them.
Yeah, move out of the way. It's nice and helpful for the guys up front. There's all the back markers will take, both of them take attack mode. So clearly they're having their own battle of their own, these two.
Yeah. And does Dino take attack mode?
I'm not sure if he followed him. I don't think he did. No, he didn't take attack mode. But he's been on it, and Cube. Is it Cube? I don't know how to pronounce this. Cubai? Is that how you say his name?
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, he's on 28% energy. So either he's going to have to save a lot.
Oh
dear, what's happened? Has he gone round? Oh no!
Yeah, he's gone round at the entry of turn 3.
Guys, could that be tyres? Maybe? Do you think?
Yeah,
beginning
I think
to off a bit. Yeah, that's unlucky for him.
Yeah.
I think best option for him, because he's in the points at the moment. So if he can just save as much as he can, I'm sure he'll end up getting himself some points. Because I think there are 100% points on offer for everyone at the moment.
Yeah, there's no real need for him to just push like that. You know, I mean, obviously tires are going off. You know, you kind of just want to hold out, get as much points as you can for your team. In his debut as well, you know, there's no need to be pushing that hard where you spin into that corner anyway.
Yeah, I think with Formula E though, it's a hard sort of driving. You have to adjust your driving style, quite frankly. But I mean, I remember. I mean, I started in Formula E once. There's a couple of leagues back, I think, in Ion, and I struggled to get used to it because it was like the saving energy was just something you're not used to. You're used to just, you're used to just making it. But I think this is what I love about Formula E and road racing, because it just allows for people to just, so many different driving styles are needed, and it's just very interesting to watch and see how, these drivers play their chess pieces. It's very decisive.
Yeah.
And it will take. I mean, if it's his debut, then of course he's doing. I think he's doing quite well for his debut. But of course, he will need to learn just some slight things about Formula E racing. But I'm sure he'll get the hang of it. I'm sure he'll get the hang of it. Just hopefully this race doesn't do him down too much, because I'm sure he's doing the best he can.
Yeah.
But we've got Snipers then. He is still commanding this race with Dino hot on his heels. Very hot on his heels, as a matter of fact, as he's only 8 tenths behind. So these two seem to be the closest battle on track, which is great because it's P1 and P2. But yeah, with only 11 laps to go, anything can happen.
Yeah, this is going to be clinical for both of their races, as ERT has already completed his attack mode obligation, and obviously he can take no more. Dino has yet to do that. He still has one attack mode left. Maybe he's just holding on to that as a last minute safety net, as he seems to make a mistake back there, but he's going to have to take it. He's going to lose time. The question is, can he make up that time, take the lead, and still finish with enough battery to win this race?
Yeah, I think what's important as well is we've already passed the halfway limit, and Dino's energy is pretty much at halfway. So I think he could afford to push a lot, really, when he gets to attack mode. So Snipers is a little bit under pressure here, even though he is a second ahead in the lead. Sorry, I meant Snipers. Snipers is going to be under pressure from Dino behind. It's not going to be easy for him to take into account that, he's still got one attack mode left, Dino, and he's still hot on his heels. So, Snipers is going to have to really be cautious with this one.
Yeah. So we maybe we can look at what happened to Destructively, as he was previously right there with the GP Beast, and now 35 seconds behind, and what has been a truly disappointing home race.
Yeah, I mean, considering it is technically his debut, 4th place, I'm sure Rizzarin will be happy with. I mean, I know he got P2 in qualifying, and the mistakes did cost him, but I really don't know why he dropped off. I think it was just them mistakes that unfortunately did just slow him down a little bit. But look, 4th place, you can take that over and wave points in front of his team, saying, "Look what I got! Look what I got!"
Yeah,
he will. I'm sure he will be. I'm sure he will be slightly gutted, and I won't. If he wants to feel that way, he can. But I'd say getting points from any race is good.
Yeah.
But back to Snipers and Dino then. There's the two. I'm not sure exactly what happened last race, and I'm not sure if the two of the leaders were as close as together as these two were. But what's going on at the moment seems to be, very interesting, quite frankly.
Yeah, it truly was. I mean, last round in Diria was just, the most excitement we got was the disconnect. But for the most part, it was quite clear who was going to win until obviously he disconnected on the final lap. But yeah, this is going to come down to the wire, especially with Dine holding on to that attack mode.
Yeah, he will want to take that towards the end, I'm sure. But we will only see what happens as well. I think someone that has been quite quiet is the GP Beast. He's been very, very, very quiet. He's just holding on to that P3, doing what he can with what he has. I think he's not doing too bad of a job for the team at the moment. Well, as long as he can hold on to it, then I'm sure it'll be fine.
And obviously aspired, massive statement in round 1 in Diriyah. I mean, any round with a 1-2 is a large statement, but especially in the first round,
Oh yeah.
you really don't know. So maybe he'll be slightly disappointed with the P3, but I don't think it'll be anything he'll be too worried about.
Yeah, as we do just see, he takes attack mode as well.
Yeah, and the
I
gap's
think-
opening up.
Yeah, he's gonna try and catch up to Snipers and Dino, I'm sure, but it's gonna be very tough. But if you can pull it off, then it's gonna be a very big feat because we have seen it.
And Dino takes attack mode. He took attack mode.
Dino took attack mode. Okay, that was that's got something. That's all I've really got to say to that. I didn't even know. Okay, right. So anyway, Dino has attack mode now. What's Sniper going to be thinking then? He's going to be like, oh my god, I've got someone with attack mode behind me, and I've not got any defense.
Oh yeah, and we can just see the power difference.
Yeah, on the
Dino,
straights.
Yeah.
It's insane. And Dino,
just-
he's towards the end of the race. You're always going to have more adrenaline in you, and you're always going to be pushing a lot more. But Dino, look how close he's getting to these barriers, though.
Yeah.
He's not hanging around. He wants to get away. He's seen the rear of that car for too long.
Yeah. As attack mode
closes. Close Wes.
Wes.
Yeah. But yeah, so it closes this lap. Anyone who hasn't taken it, I'm sure everyone has, to be honest.
Yeah.
But anyone
Wouldn't
who
want to
hasn't.
throw it away that way anyway. Oh, Dino big slide.
Runs wide. Does run wide. I think he's tires as well. Like, he's going to be pushing and trying to take the same lines he did when he first took attack mode, but the issue is he will still be struggling. Even with that extra power, you're still going to have to be extremely careful on the exits because those tires will not be happy with them.
Yeah, we're seeing these leaders. They are giving everything. They have proved that they are truly the cream of the crop today, but the tires
Yeah.
is really going to throw them off their paces.
Yeah, 100%. They're not going to... Snipers, he's not hanging around. He wants to stay on the back of Dino. Dino's just swerving a little bit there to maybe break the toe, but it's... Snipers is not letting this go. He wants that lead so badly, as there's only a 10th difference between the two. If you do go on board with him now, just seeing the... as they race up into turn 7, just beneath this bridge, over the rally bump, there it is. As they head now into turn 7. Yeah, see, they're mounting the curbs a lot more now. I think they're just trying everything they can, use the entire track, get as close to the barriers as possible. But they have to, quite frankly, because if they don't, both of them, as soon as one of them loses focus, a mistake can cost the race at this late in the stage of the race.
Yeah. They'll be checking everything, tires, battery management. That was what they were preparing all those laps ago for. And now
Yeah.
we're finally getting the fruits of our labor and tiring watching. They'll
Yeah.
be checking that internet connection, making sure they don't disconnect. 'Cause
Yeah.
now they only have 5 laps left.
Yep. We don't want a last lap disconnector. That's not what we want. But yeah, I think it's going to be interesting because Snipers, of course, he's lost a lot of energy compared to Dino now, though. He's like, I think Dino's got 11% more energy. So I think they're both going to be pushing because, of course, it doesn't seem like they're letting off at any point on the lap. So
Ooh.
Snipers is just doing everything he can, really, even without attack mode, to just keep up with Dino.
It's been so interesting as Dino once again going off. I think the stewards might be having a look at that one as he's making quite a few interesting decisions on the straights. But ERT Sniper seems to be faster than him through the final sector. That's where he's been gaining back all the time. As Dino
Seems
is
like it,
pulling
yeah.
the gap.
Yeah, he's Snipers. He's extremely desperate. He wants this win. He's done everything he can this race, and I mean, considering I think this is his debut race,
Yeah.
isn't it? He has surprised me a lot. As Dino, is he frozen?
Has he disconnected?
Has he frozen?
What has
He can't
happened to
have done.
Dino?
I think he. No, he hasn't. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I thought he disconnected then.
Oh,
Oh my god. All right.
that would have been
was. Oh my god. That
man,
was.
this.
There's
and it
just
looked-
the. He was frozen for far too long to consider that a
Yeah.
little bit of a lag. But okay,
I-
he's still in the race.
Hopefully, this isn't another Capstar situation where the internet gets out at the last second.
Oh no. What are
Oh,
the chances though? But let's not talk about that now, as he's blimmin' he's getting really close to these barriers. Going through those first couple corners, he got as close to the barriers as he can, but you have to make use of the entire track, as I have already said. You know, it's hard to do. But Snipers, he's there or thereabouts. He is there or
Yeah.
thereabouts. He's keeping Dino on his toes.
Oh, and
Is
he's gonna
that-
have Slipstream now heading into turn
Yeah.
into turn 7.
That's from. Looks like he's ahead now.
Oh, but
That's-
Dino's a little bit later on the brakes.
Yeah, Dino took that corner magnificently there, to be fair. He was... But Snipers, again, takes that corner nicely, getting as close to the barriers as he can. Look at them, there's
Oh.
blue flags then.
Yeah, for
People are being
Cappy.
told to move out the way.
Yes, he does there
As he
very
has done.
nicely.
There we go. Beautiful.
Yeah, this
It's
battle
just-
is heating up now.
Yeah, Snipers really does want to let this go, but he has to look at his energy. Really has to. He's on 10%. Will that get to the end? Yes, all
That
this
is
pushing is
critical.
keeping him close to Dino, but Dino has actually not energy. If he did that, it would have been out. Attack mode. He's run out of attack mode, but you know these two, they're pushing. They're 100% pushing. I don't think they're slowing down at all for
Yeah,
any
this is gonna-
energy saving. Because it gets to you. It gets to you. You know, you want to stay in front. You want to be the guy leading. So they're gonna, you know, and also the fact that Dino has a lot more energy than Snipers. Snipers is gonna really want to just go for it. He's got nothing to lose, really.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, because in your debut, you know, you obviously want to get that win. That's a huge statement. But
Yeah.
you also got to finish. You know, you can't win races if you're finishing on, 0% battery. You know, especially,
Yeah.
I mean, this late in the stage, he's run an absolutely amazing race. I would just cool down, save some
Yeah.
battery, and then on the final lap maybe make a push because he's right there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he is also going to be worried about third, but you don't really have to be, because I think even if he does let off a little bit, I'm sure he'll be fine. But, I'm not surprised he's going to be pushing, because any driver would not let... Because if you can see the lead right in front of you, I think the last thing he's going to be thinking about is energy saving.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, big slide.
Because, yeah, the tyres, Snipers, is that going to knock him down, or is he going to just keep on going? Is he going
It
to keep
looks-
on pushing?
It's definitely halted him somewhat, not nearly as
Yeah.
close to Dino as he was.
He's really going for it. He's not wasting any time. It's all switches back to wow, my God, he's going for it.
Yeah.
He's not messing about. It looks like he gained time with Dino there as well in that last sector, but he's 8 tenths behind. Only 8 tenths. So if he can catch up on these last couple of laps, of course, 5%. I'm sorry, but he's going to cut it very tight.
Yeah,
He's using
very.
about 2% a lap. Around that anyway. He could make it. He really could.
He's not gonna leave any margin for error, that's for
But
sure.
again, he's getting so close. He's catching back up to Dino.
And that toe's gonna bring him up into turn 7. This is where it's gonna be critical.
Yeah, this is where he's going to want to try and make the move. As his team are telling him to save on the end of the straight, but I don't think he's listened to him. I think he is just pushing. He does not... I think, as I said, the last thing he's thinking is saving. Because he knows the lead is there for him for the taking. But, again, it's just energy. Because he's at 3.8. 3.8. He is... This is going to be close, as his team is telling him it's critical, but he is not slowing down. I think he thinks he can get to the end. I think he thinks he can, and I'm sliding again.
This
living
is
up
everything.
to that rally jump, doing a bit of rally driving, drifting out of that corner, but you know, again, doing everything he can as he hits the barrier, but
Yeah,
he's
this is
still not Dinos as well as just stopped again. But I'm sure, yeah, he's back. There
yeah.
he is. Teleportation.
Oh, but did he jump the timing line? Has his jank
His
Wi-Fi?
timing line might have messed up. Oh no.
No.
Oh dear. 14.
Okay.
Hang on, that's not right. That's not right at all.
I think it's a bit of the lag. So like his internet.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it will be fine. I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
Oh,
no!
he's spun!
He
He spun!
No.
He spun around on the
Idiot.
last lap.
No.
Was it the bump around that corner? Because there is a slight bump around there. But Snipers, all he has to do is save his energy. He's got 1% left. All he has to do. He has to save it, and once he does, he will cross the line to take his first win on his debut race. Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
Wow.
Those tyres have not done Dino much justice.
And what a way to have this race finish.
But will
Dino-
he get there? Because he's on what, 0.8%?
Oh,
He's
he's in
on
the
zero.
decimal place.
As he comes around turn 15, the long hairpin, where you can save a lot of energy, he's still on 1%. But Dino is catching up so quickly. He's got him right in his mirrors. But he's coming around these final couple of turns. And Snipers will take his first win in Formula E on his debut race
Wow.
with
What a
0.4% energy to go as Dino crosses the line in second place. That is rough for him, man. Those
This is
tyres did
Wow.
not want to be his best friend on that final lap.
and the
That's
GPB
so,
for Aspire. That's going to be very important for the championship. But
Yeah.
wow.
as Destructively will come across. I mean, he's quite far behind, but we'll just go on board with him. Fourth place, I'm sure he will be relatively happy with that. Again, as I said at the beginning, or close to the beginning, I'm halfway through, I don't know when I said it, but I did say it. He'll be happy with points. He will
Yeah.
take the points. He will be happy with them. I'm sure he will be. I hope he is.
Yeah. I know I will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in his home race, he probably was expecting more after a P2 qualifying, but you take what you get. It's he's driven a solid race, but definitely will be looking for improvement tomorrow in the race.
All right. Well, so because the stream will have to end soon, because the person streaming it of course has other commitments to go to. I'm just going to quickly run through the finishing order. So Snipers 1, followed by Dino, then the GP Beast, Destructively, Dry J, I'm not sure who that was. That random I don't know. I've got RQ because I can't see that is RQE. Crack, Hugo, Cuba, and the drivers that retired was Dino, Ratio K, and Luchbot, who unfortunately went off the track on that first lap.
Yeah. What an absolute
I'm so
race.
gutted for Luchbot though, because he had such a good start.
Yeah.
He did do very well off his line, but yeah, he could have helped his team out front. Gutted, and same for Ratio K as well, and
Yeah.
Dino. Dino, of course, I'm not too sure what happened to him, but we will figure that one out. Ratio K, good qualifying, but again, just don't know what happened to him really. But yeah, so that is the race, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming to watch, and don't be afraid to subscribe to the channel for more races like this.
Yes.
More interesting races like this, shall we say, because this was very eventful for Formula E, considering
Very
the last race apparently was quite, well, from what I've been told, not as great as this one, but I'm sure the next race will be even better than this one. So make sure you tune in for tomorrow for race 2. I've been Funky Fox, and
King
was it
Kong
Sebas-
Dude.
Yep, King Kong Dud, and we will see you tomorrow. Have a nice day.
Bye.